Sure, most of you have seen the trend where someone uses rubber bands to crush various items. Typically, you'll see watermelons. Hard to believe, but we're doing the same thing, but completely different. Completely differently. We've got these ones here that are a bit smaller, and then we've got these massive ones here. Look at these. They stretch significantly. You see that, right? Compare them to the regular ones you're used to. These are many times, hundreds of times larger. With these things, we can crush much larger items. We have 200 of these rubber bands. I shudder to think what we can crush with them, considering their strength ranges from 5 to 22 kilograms. That's a lot. Way more than your typical office rubber band.
What about me?
I'm gonna lower my head right now, and you're gonna get it.
1, 2, 3.
Let me try it.
What was that? What are you doing? Let's try that. And there's no brakes.
Yeah, no. What's going on?
How many? It's time to go.
And with the help of these 200 mega, incredibly unbelievable rubber bands, we're going to attempt to bend a real, actual car. It's a Mazda 6 from 1998, by the way. This car has relatively flimsy metal, so we might have a shot. It's a good car. It hasn't done anything wrong. It's not rotten. Considering all the mathematical calculations we didn't do, our gut feeling tells us we might just have a chance. So I suggest we start the experiment right now. Maybe something will come out of this. Who knows? We can't rewind. Let's keep the suspense. If anyone tries to rewind the video, they'll get banned.
To avoid stretching the rubber bands by hand, we have these electric winches that will stretch and lift those rubber bands. We'll roll the car in here and then remove the rubber bands from these winches to crush our car. So it's pretty straightforward, you know.
How do I attach that from underneath?
They'll be attached underneath with these fittings right here. They'll be bolted to the floor. On the other side of the car, there will be an identical fitting for the rubber band and identical electric winch.
That feeling when they brought new technology and a winch to our hangar.
What about the legs? Don't do it, don't do it.
Lower it, Dima. Lower it. Alex, I lower it.
Woohoo!
I'm controlling, Alex.
For what seems like these silly, crazy, bizarre, and completely pointless things, we come up with constructions that allow us to do things like this. We apply some high-tech devices, and you might wonder, what for?
To stretch rubber bands.
You'd lash, you'd lash, you'd lash, you'd lash.
That's it, enough. That's it.
Is everybody okay? Easy, let's...
Lexia.
The first rubber band is ready. I don't see any significant changes, so we're not going to stretch the rubber bands anywhere else but here. This is where the stiffness ribs are located. And here, we'll try to move closer to the windshield so that between these stiffness ribs, we can crush all of this, then shatter the windshield, in general, to destroy the car.
1, 2, 3. Let's roll.
You know, on YouTube, there are plenty of videos where people use rubber bands to pull or squeeze things, but our experiment is the most technologically advanced. No one has ever done this with mechanical constructions.
Ow.
It's getting really tough, man.
As Max said, there are many rubber band experiments on YouTube, of course, but no one has recorded them at 2 o'clock in the morning.
I always wonder what other people are doing at the same time that we're doing these things.
I don't know how Yudlash manages to keep stretching these rubber bands over and over. That's really hard. I tried a few times and I couldn't even reach. I mean, I even had help, but only 6 of them. I was already out of strength.
We have stretched 20 rubber bands. Let's draw our first conclusion. What do we see?
We see that this arch has bent slightly. Look, this is essentially the main part of the cart that holds the entire structure. It turns out there's one point of support and there's a second point of support. One point is already falling. Look, you can see it. Oh, wave is starting.
It's also visible that the door got dented here, and this doesn't even open anymore.
Oh no.
Actually, it's already problematic to do this on this side. And the other side too, by the way.
Well, come on, try and open it all the way.
No.
Can't you open it? Okay, the first results. With just 20 rubber bands, we've dented the door so much that the other door won't even open.
This gap right here. Whew.
Well, as they say, we still have 180 to go.
And now we will add 2 more powerful winches so that we can speed up the process. It's so that our car can get crushed even faster. A figure like a supermodel, you know?
Well, guys, at last, we're finally... Oh, wait, okay, again. Well, home hanger home. Meanwhile, it's 9 in the morning. We've already slept. It's a new day. And what does a new day mean? A new day means a new construction that will allow us to stretch the rubber bands in a much fancier way.
Quickly, I said, the most important thing is speed.
Well, we have a serious approach to, well, not so serious things. New day, new problems. This segment, additional experiment.
And today, our additional experiment, we'll find out how many regular rubber it takes to hold its 16-kilogram weight. For example, here's one. It seems like we'll need more than one.
I've got a lot of them.
Oh, let's quickly test this structure to which we'll attach our rubber bands and hang the weight on it.
How many should we take?
Let's take 10 at once.
Okay, let's take 10.
Let's go then.
Or 5. 5?
Let's go with 5.
5. Okay. Damn, I'm holding them like it's gonna hold, actually.
All right, the count of 3.
1, 2, 3.
Bam!
It seems the 5 rubber bands can't hold anything.
But we have 10 rubber bands. Or should we try...
Let's try 10.
Let's go with 10.
It's getting harder, isn't it?
Yeah, it's getting harder.
Let's do it. So, all right, it's
ready.
1, 2, 3.
Woo!
What a fast addition experiment.
Now we gotta remove them one by one.
No.
Okay.
Whoa. -1. I got one. Let's cut one more.
9 rubber bands are holding this
Wait,
weight.
I'm gonna gnaw it. -1. 8 pieces.
We're getting down to 1.
8 rubber bands can hold a 16-kilogram weight. This is just...
Yes. No,
7.
8.
7 no longer works.
8 pieces
okay?
can hold up.
8 small rubber bands can withstand a 16-kilogram weight.
Wait.
Actually, it turns out that our genius construction doesn't work quite well. Can you imagine the tension from the rubber bands? Such tension that it bent the metal plate. Anyway, we decided to not give up on this construction completely. We'll just strain it a bit. Let's see how it goes. Maybe we'll go back to the old one, more reliable way. But I hope it'll still be quick. It seems like something's happening, but it's not entirely clear yet.
All right, we just saw
Let's go.
something. This is insane, really. I didn't think it would be this intense, but anyway. If you look from here, you can see how it bends like this.
Actually, I'll show you more clearly now. Here, you can see how much the car has bent. Look.
But you understand, it should not be like this.
We're constantly modernizing the construction as best as we can. We tried everything with it. We even wrapped it in tape. Now we're wrapping it with tape again. We'll come up with something else later, or else this will be done that.
So that the rubber bands don't hit us in the face.
Yeah, they hit me pretty hard, I tell you. These are the rubber bands. You can see it's just not squishing like before. As we showed you, we used to stand on it and it would compress. Now it's visibly shrinking here. Probably because all the arches are converging to the center, and I think the end is near.
Whoa!
Yeah!
Everything goes as usual.
What
We're
happened?
stretching the
Wow.
rubber bands, and then bam! The windshield shattered into pieces.
The first victims, I must say. This was the weakest part of the car, as it seems. This is the beginning of the end, I would say.
That's 1999 model.
It would have been nice to see the metal bending, really, though.
It starts to crush it. This side and that side, they begin to crush just like that, you know.
Relax.
And thus, soon they will push out this windshield. It will probably just pop out.
A crack has appeared. A crack has appeared.
Cracks started appearing on the
And this
windshield.
happens. And it's happening, you know? Like in real time, the live broadcast, it's bent like
Yeah,
this, and it pops.
It just-
Well, I told you, live action here. Oh my! Oh my God, it's breaking it. So you understand, the roof just gave a little bit, and the rubber bands started their thing. They began to squeeze it as if they really loved it. Something like this.
Right now, it doesn't care about those side supports at all. It's just folding them.
While I was away in the bathroom, this happened. Okay, I didn't have to say I went to the bathroom. I went somewhere. Okay, everyone's in the know now. Anyway, this is insane. We managed to crush the car with rubber bands. Damn it. The result is quite impressive, but still, it's only 107 rubber bands. You'd think that's enough to stop at. The result is quite impressive.
But we
Really?
still have more rubber bands. Where should we put them, huh?
Yeah, well, we need to put them somewhere, right? First, we probably need to remove the windshield so that the rubber bands don't burst it again. So, Dima. Since all this time we were stretching the rubber bands into this area, and because the car had a full form, the rubber bands exerted much more pressure on the car because they were much more stretched. Maybe there's no point in exerting pressure in this area anymore, so I suggest that we try to break the stiffening ribs with the guys. That's the strongest part of the car. Now I suggest that we stop stretching the rubber bands into this area and instead stretch them over here. If we stretch the rubber bands here, there will essentially be equal pressure on this side and on that side. Because of this, it's possible the stiffening ribs will collapse and we will shatter the windshield and possibly 2 more windows. All right, guys, the experiment is coming to an end. We have only 3 rubber bands left. I doubt that the result will change significantly. I think the current result is quite substantial. Just so you know, guys, we started with 200 rubber bands, but now, according to our calculations, we have 148 left. Most of them simply burst from the tension because we stretched them incredibly hard.
I told you to watch out.
Now we'll gently apply light hits to the car. Maybe something will change.
the last experiment, it bursted on its own from the rubber band.
Oh.
You know, the rubber bands inflicted far more damage than we did.
Dima, step aside. Bam! Bam!
Well, I guess that's it.
Well, I
Or
guess.
maybe one more hit, like that. Now we can finish. Thanks to everyone for watching. Good luck to you all. Goodbye, everyone. I'm sure the video will end, but they'll stand like this for another hour and a half.